Russell Brand is back in the news, not for something great to be talked about for somebody that wants to be in the news, but he's been charged officially for rape, indecent assault, and sexual assault by London's Metropolitan Police. Now, Brand said he's incredibly grateful to be able to defend these charges in court. Say what? I mean, like, okay, buddy. But he's been charged for 1 count of rape, 1 count of indecent assault, 1 count of oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault. So, right? Detectives started 18 months ago investigating this case, and they've been charged by 4 separate women. Leave Brittany alone. But the 4 women, guys, 4 women have actually charged him. The first one said that she was abused by him back in Bournemouth in 1999. Another one said it happened in 2001 in Westminster. Another one said he had orally raped her back in 2004, back in Westminster as well. And then between 2004 and 2005, assaulted by a woman also in Westminster. So in Westminster, most have gone down. So much so now, the actual prosecution is, they're going to Warner Brothers and they're getting all the B-roll footage from Arthur, the movie he was working on at that time, where they said there's a lot of footage there because there's another woman that came forward that said that he abused her during that when she was an extra on the program. So apparently they're trying to get all that information, all that footage too, to kind of showcase and build their case against him. Now, Brand right now is supposed to meet May 2nd in court. And he said this: I have never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray you see that by looking in my eyes, I am now, of course, going to take this opportunity to defend myself, these charges in the court of law. And I'm incredibly grateful for that. I'm going to show you, he's so so upset about this that he was actually on the beach in Miami having a great family vacation after all this went down. So, he's not thinking about that much. But he did put this little video, guys. I want to show it to you. I want to check it out. So here is his take on these allegations. Let's check it out.
Hello. Firstly, thank you for these incredible and overwhelming messages of support. We're very fortunate in a way to live in a time where there's so little trust in the British government. We're very fortunate, I suppose, that this is happening at a time where we know that the law has become a kind of weapon to be used against people, institutions, and sometimes entire nations that will not accept and tolerate levels of corruption that are unprecedented. I'm speaking particularly to those of you that are watching this in the UK. How do you feel about your legal system right now? How do you feel about some of the high-profile cases that are not being pursued and prosecuted? How do you feel that the Southport murders were handled? How do you feel about the government of Keir Starmer? Now, that's just sort of general context. Me, I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. I want to thank all of you for your continuing support. I want to let you know that our show will be on Rumble on Monday. Thanks for your support there. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free. And we will be continuing to discuss this matter.
Praise the Lord. And apparently blame the government. It's the government. It's the police. That's the problem. It's not
what?
him. It's not him. It's the government. It's
right. You gotta find somewhere to spin it. I mean,
yeah.
He plays the Christian card.
Yep.
He played the Christian card.
He played it. Yeah, he played the religion card.
Check me out on Rumble, guys. We'll be live on Rumble. It's a lot.
I'm sorry, whoever this publicist was, or whoever lawyer and the people he worked with that make that statement, was cringy.
That was really bad. That was like, oh my God, that was like Adrian Brody's long ass speech that took so long. I was like, he's saying nothing.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that shot.
we can't see or hear
We
you,
thought
Ronald.
it was a massive sex addict and
And then I found the Lord. I'm walking in the light now.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God.
Right. Say hallelujah. It's a lot. Like, I heard that statement. I'm like, does this man care at all? And does he actually understand the gravity of this situation? To me, it doesn't seem like he does.
No, it's not
18 months.
remorseful.
We got Ron back.
Remorse, because remorse would be an admission of guilt, so we can't do that.
Oh yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
You have
which
to
he's not
play
going
it
to have
like,
that.
I'm just such a, I'm such a man of God and my family, and I'm no longer, just infiltrated by these vices that I have, that I'm just, look at how wonderful I am. Christ reborn.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Countess!
Rebranded himself. Give me a break.
Too bad they don't. Do you see that? Look at that, Angela. Too bad they don't imprison people in the Tower of London anymore. Woo!
Oh.
Right? I know.
Up in his head, Nate.
Boylan or something, or they're called Brolin or whatever.
Angela, does he actually? Do you think he understands the gravity of this? Like, he's playing the Christian card, like Val said.
Internally,
He's blaming the government. He's not. I mean, he's like, he did say that he used to be like, on a bunch of drugs, and he was kind of like wild at that time in his life.
It's interesting what he does admit to, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's a former sex addict. He was a drug addict. He was all these things, and then he found the light.
Oh God,
He found the Lord.
He found the Lord, and he's got a beautiful family. And I mean, okay, how many people in this world are, have these supposed high moral values? Maybe they overcame something, and they've got a family that's so wonderful and looks so great, and do horrible things behind their back a lot. Sadly, it's not like this isn't a new story.
No.
I mean,
but watch my show on Rumble.
Reason, he's trying to use it as a platform to be like, hey, we'll have our day in court, so we'll get all these liars, and he better be careful, because if there's B-roll out there,
which is what Warner Brothers is sending all that over from Arthur. There's they said they have hours and hours of B-roll and outtakes.
May have, people like to move their devices around, so I mean, he better be careful, because you don't know what you're going to find.
We're moving those devices around, that's for sure.
Yeah, moving their devices.
And where was he moving it? Yeah.
Well, that's the question. I just think that's a lot.
It happens a lot, even though when you're not supposed to have your cell phone, on scene. I mean, it happens. People film stuff because, I mean, it's kind of a dirty little thing, but they do to keep something in their back pocket. Like, oh, and by the way, just in case, it's a blackmail technique.
Totally.
I mean, it happens all the time in business. It happens, and this is business, right? Business is an ever broad term, but it does.
It's a massive term. I'm just I know it's took 18 months. I'm just shocked that we're actually I'm shocked it took this long, but I'm also shocked his response. I thought it would be something more. Ronald, what do you think, man? Do you think he sees this? Do you think he has any kind of idea of what this is actually meaning? Because there's more women besides these 4 that have come forward. So to me, you think that, I want to be like and subscribe, join my Rumble if you can. It just seems like he doesn't understand what's happening right now.
I think he lives in oblivion. I don't think he knows. I really don't think he knows whether it's day or night. I mean, I truly think he's lost in his own concoction of himself.
He lost his YouTube funding for a long time. He had to move over to Rumble too. So a lot of people have been going against him. He's been really having a lot of issues when it comes to some of the stuff he says overall. But I just think if you have that jaded, traumatic kind of career, you knew you were doing all these drugs, you were freaking out, you were very sexual at that time. I just don't understand how you don't be maybe take some kind. I mean, again, he doesn't want to go to jail. He doesn't want to be away from his family. It's hard for people to admit anything.
Brian, narcissists don't acknowledge any of that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Word.
Very true, Ron.
Always everybody else's fault.
Yeah,
It's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's interpretation. Everybody.
Are you shocked by the blaming the government? We all know the government's not doing great things, so this has got to be the government's problem. Are you shocked by that?
That was hysterical how he opened with that. I'm just where is he distracting from everything? What is going on here? And I love the pitch for we'll be on Rumble.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Come on.
You can find us soon. You can find us soon, or me.
he's not even relevant. It's bizarre. Is he trying to be relevant? I don't know.
I don't know. Valarie, what do you think about this? Do you believe this? The words coming out of this man's mouth? We've been hearing about this for a while now, too. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? What's your initial reaction to his response? And again, these allegations that have come forward against Russell Brand, because they're pretty damning.
Yeah.
Well, my initial reaction was like, oh, with the jump scare with that disgusting beard and straw hat combo. That was a lot. But also, initially when you were reading the story, when you mentioned, because was the earliest case 98?
There was like even earlier, but I think it was 2001, I think was the first one. Let me go back here because there's a bunch. There were so many that kept happening. There might have been one in the 90s. I mean, this man's been doing this
he
for
was a sex addict, so obviously.
99, 2001, 2004. Yeah, 99 was the first one, Val.
Okay. Well, my point being, when you initially mentioned that, just the idea of any person who had, any type of assault, attack on them that long ago, and even the thought of them getting their day in court, against a statute of limitations, my first thought was, wow, they're doing something right over there. That's great, because I know in a lot of states in America, your statute of limitations can be, like 6 months, in some places.
Yeah.
So I thought that was wonderful. And I love that the first thing he comes out swinging with is, but don't trust the government. They do some crazy stuff. Like, oh my God.
Don't trust the statute of limitations.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. I'm like, this man
it's like, what a piece of shit. Like,
no, literally. I'm like, who wrote
if you
wrote
really
this for him?
Okay, yeah, no, I can't.
I just in no way can look at this man and be like, no, he looks like he's being framed. Yeah, he's being framed.
All these women that are like collectively just from random places that have similar stories, sure.
Can we do UK in the United States during that whole time where he was at the top of his game, forgetting Sarah Marshall, Arthur, that time, And that's at that same time frame, the early 2000s, mid 2000s, where all these things were coming out. It's just
remember, he claims he said he's a sex addict. So, that means he's constantly battling, thoughts of whatever it is that he was engaging in sex wise. Like, there's a bunch of different things there, right? Like what that means. So
it's all consensual. He says so.
Hard to beat. So obviously this wouldn't be like out of reach for somebody who's a sex addict.
Oh, absolutely. And he's doing the thing where, like, you admit to one bad thing and people are like, oh, he's honest. He's honest. Just because you put, you throw out there that you're a sex addict doesn't mean that you didn't also do all of these horrible things and that, you're all of a sudden trustworthy because you're throwing out one bad thing about yourself.
Right. But he's barely been holding on with all this stuff, though, too. He's barely been holding on. GR, I'm going to go to GR fast. GR, so these are a lot of allegations that come forward. Of course, we always say, like, we'll see what happens in the court of law, right? But this has been following his career for years now, right? We've been talking. I remember this first was announced. It's like a couple of years ago. Do you think this is going to be the nail in the coffin to his career, or will his Rumble ratings keep going up now? GR, what do you think?
He's been protected by the British legal system, because while the investigation was going on, and even during the trial, they can't talk about it in the press. Like here, Diddy says hello, and it's headline news across the country.
Yeah, it's true.
There, it can't be. They can't put it in the paper. So his dirtbag has been protected.
Yeah,
terrible
by the legal system, and now it's time to pay the piper.
So are the floodgates going to open now, you think, GR, where everyone's going to be talking about it and more information is going to be coming forward? Can they talk about it now? And do you think that's going to really change the public opinion for him?
I think he's going to fry.
Yeah.
The British version of it.
Woo!
Woo! We love that.
Any person that puts himself on another person or herself on another person without their consent should be done
Yes.
away with. How's that?
Yes.
I kept it clean.
Yeah, and there's a lot of allegations. This is like, I would say this is like, I mean, this is kind of up there with Diddy, if you ask me, for how many women have come forward. I mean, Diddy's bigger, of course.
I wouldn't put it on that scale, Brian. I mean,
I'm just
he's a
saying-
dirtbag.
For a big
he ain't-
celebrity in the past couple of years, I'm saying it's a pretty big one for him, and he's acting like it's nothing. Valerie?
Yep.
Oh my god! This relates to both of them because I was watching SNL over the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
and Colin Jost during like the weekend update was like, yeah, so he actually talked about like the Russell Brand case. He was like, Russell Brand's getting charged with sexual assault, whatnot, and he was like, some things just haven't aged well. And it cut to a clip of Russell Brand being like, ladies and gentlemen, P. Diddy. And it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
Best friends. Best friends.
yeah.
Oh boy. Some things don't age well. You're 100% true. Nothing's don't age well. I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a long time. It's happened now. Probably one of the biggest cases in the UK when it starts developing further and further. Do you think this will actually like branch into the United States where a case could happen here in the States against them too, due to this UK's like kind of happened to Johnny Depp out here, right?
Yeah, it did. I mean, I see it on his home ground. I really do.
Yeah, you don't see it coming overseas.
I don't.
And branching
we're
here.
busy with Ryan and Blake. I mean, we don't have time for Russell Brand.
It's true. Very
All
true.
of the lawyers are busy.
They're all slammed. All of them. They don't want anything to do with this right now. They're like, nope. Guys,
All the lawyers-
stop.
The lawyers are like, tariffs. Who cares about tariffs?
Anybody that comes forward.
Payroll 24/7.
It's like we got Diddy, Harvey Weinstein still locked up. We're still dealing with him. We got freaking Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
Yeah, who's next? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. But guys,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think that Russell Brand will be okay out there? He should definitely share the same jail as P. Diddy. That's what Kira says.
Yes, Kira. Say it louder for the people in the back, Kira.
Yeah. I gotta say, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. We'll be here for it, guys, as it keeps developing, and I feel like there's a lot more women coming forward. Arthur meets the
Women?
diddler.
What's a women?
What a women?
You said women coming forward.
You make me want to get drunk right now.
I said we'll be here. We'll be here. We'll be here. Russell Brand's been charged, guys. What do you think? Let us know. So much going on. I can't believe it. Russell Brand, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Cruise control show.